Is that Dr. Josh I see in the chat?
Yes, Dr. Josh is in the house.
Oh, he must have a lot of questions for us.
I bet he does.
Yeah.
Especially you.
Oh, yeah, just because of that one time.
Care to elaborate?
No. Why would I do that?
Come on, Steve.
Dr. Josh can tell you.
Dr. Josh, what in the world is he talking about? And if you guys didn't know, there's a new book out, and it's titled The Atheist Handbook to the Old Testament, Volume 1. Murder said, Steve, do you know what that means when we have Volume 1?
If I'm not mistaken, it means that there's going to be more volumes.
Yes.
I thought it generally meant he was too lazy to finish the book and just pushed it out as was.
I mean, that could have been. We can verify next time he's on.
I mean, it could have been that he started writing and realized it was going to be too long for one sitting, broke it up.
I think it's probably more like, a certain fruit-based computer company that we know of that gets you to buy the thing, and then you got to buy the thing for the thing for the thing for the thing.
Upcharges. So, I got this.
Yeah, you get volume 1, 2, 3, 4. You could pay $29.99 for a complete volume, or $15.99 10 times for volume 10.
There it is, folks. Go buy it. Go to the Amazons.
All the volumes.
Don't go to Amazon, like the Amazon forest. Go to Amazon.com and buy the goddamn book.
I think if God existed, he might damn that book.
Yeah, he doesn't like that book. He'd probably say that's like something close to like a satanic Bible or something.
But if God had the power to stop the book from being sold, wouldn't have he already done it by now?
You know what? And that was a great segue. It made me think of another satanic book. It was really cool. I got to hear Bryce destroy Jake, the metal physician or something like that. But
Jake the metaphysician?
There you go. Thank you.
I wouldn't say that I destroyed him, but I'm flattered if you think that.
He destroyed him.
Hey, Skids, to answer your question, oh, never mind. I forgot what it was.
Glad I was here for you.
All right. Well, Sunny, did we lose Sunny?
Nope, I'm still here.
What's going on, Sunny?
Not much. Just excited to get going.
Is everything bright and sunny?
Everything's always bright and sunny in Sunnyvale.
Awesome sauce.
Oh, every day's a holiday. Oh, see, Dr. Josh says that we are amazing.
I've recently heard of a new way of saying that particular phrase. Have any of you heard amaze balls?
I have heard that.
I have not. This is
that
new
is
to me.
that is amaze balls.
Wow. This is still 2021, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Went
I
through
know,
a time warp there.
I was going to say I wasn't sure. Wait, did you mean into the future or the past?
Yeah. Amaze balls. I guess I don't really have a lot of room to talk because I think I just said something from 2004 as well.
Dr. Josh, no, I understand. Carrying babies, that's way more important than listening to my dumbass. But But make sure you do. We'll do the actual intro here in a minute. So make sure you stick around for that peep game, son.
Hey,
And
hey,
go ahead, Steve.
Style
Oh.
with maze balls.
I was gonna say, Skids, you're in trouble.
I
You're in
see
trouble with
that.
Dr. Josh.
That's okay. Last time he came on my show, he couldn't even remember my name. So. this
Oh,
is
you
just a little
mean like
payback.
me?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Steve, do you put awesome sauce on your amaze balls?
Not anymore.
Only
Well
if you have
done,
special
Bryce.
company over.
That was, you won the internet on that one.
All right, well, guys, before we get to the no, we'll do it after the intro. So for everybody that's tuned in so far, about 20 people hanging out with us. This is not the show.
Thank God.
Yeah,
It's gonna be.
think
Or thank not God.
let's go.
Oz looks like a bobblehead.
I still love that. But that's I just went brain dead. But so we'll get started here, and get a few more of the team that I think is going to jump in. But I know some had to work, others had shit going on. It is a Saturday evening, but we want to do the first Atheist Network Group AMA. So, without further ado, we bring to you the new. Actually, it's not new. It's only going to be new to Dr. Rush, I think. But the newest version of the Tang intro. Nope. So, guys, it's a good thing that we're doing this to have fun and hang out with our subscribers and our viewers, because that gives me all the ability to say, "Oh, I fucked up and loaded the wrong video." So, let's go ahead and continue to discuss how terrible I am at my job while I load this video.
Mute
I don't
Oz.
know I don't know if anything needs to be said. It's kind of demonstrated live on air.
Did you say live on air or live on error?
Oh, see?
Waka waka waka.
I knew Bryce would like that one.
I'm easy.
He's
Like Sunday morning?
Oh.
Oh, Sunny.
There it is.
Bam.
You owe me a Coke.
All right, it's almost loaded. So, my apologies, ladies and gentlemen. You know what you guys are really good at? You know what you guys are really good at? Dead air.
Awkward
Yeah.
silences.
Yeah.
You're really good at dead air.
Yeah,
Oz, I
that's
thought that was your
not good.
specialty.
I thought you were going to cut us off, which is why I stopped speaking.
I mean, I thought there was a whole hashtag about the fact that we need more dead air from Oz.
Oh.
Or is that
Yeah,
hashtag
well,
dead air Oz? Oh, hashtag mute Oz?
Yep, and let's try this again. Thanks.
That looked familiar.
You are Charlie Sheen winning right now.
Tiger blood right there.
I did that one on purpose.
I think Oz is going to want us to go back to dead air instead of just roast Oz mode. And wish granted.
You guys don't even have to fire me. I quit. All right, now Biddy's here. At least Biddy can make sure we don't have dead air.
Hi, Biddy.
Hey, Beatty.
Am I here? Am I in?
You're here.
You're
Kind
here.
of,
We can
sort
hear
of.
you.
Okay, I don't see anyone.
We're all audibly here.
Oh, okay.
There's nothing to see.
Got it.
Like a whole bunch of gods. All you do is hear us.
We are also live, Biddy,
Oh yeah, FYI.
if you didn't know. And nobody's speaking.
Dead air.
We're
Hashtag mute Tang.
I'm just
enjoying watching Oz try to figure out his.
We're,
Are
there-
we live right now or no?
We are
No,
literally
yeah,
live.
we are communicating to a group of what, 25,
Awesome.
21? Yeah.
They are
So,
laughing
well-
at a.
Biddy,
Up, heyo.
welcome to the party.
Thanks. Excited to be here.
This is this is an exercise in attempting to start the intro music, the intro, video to the entire thing, and
it's
going
we're having a great
so
time.
well.
Yeah.
all right. I think I have it now for the 5th time. And we're gonna have to do the starting soon, so Dr. Josh can see this. That's really the only reason I'm doing this, so he
Yeah.
can see it. So the rest of you, I don't give a shit. Here we go. Psych.
That was amaze balls.
Awesome sauce.
Yes, drizzled all over it.
Oh man, if I wasn't laughing, there'd be so much dead air. Right now.
Oz looks like a bobblehead.
Like,
Oz, are you doing
this-
process of elimination right now?
No, I haven't. It's just for some reason when I was uploading it the last time, it was like halfway there, and simply because I switched to another screen, it deleted the whole thing.
Yeah,
Almost done.
the beginning of the show is basically an abomination. Hey, speaking of abominable things, Skids the Clown and Murder Shed Steve may be launching a first episode of a certain show in the near future.
Yes, very excited about this.
I'm excited
And-
too.
You will all have to catch the first episode to understand why it would be abominable.
Yes.
Is there shrimp in there?
Maybe.
Only my chest hairs.
Because I read somewhere that was abominable.
That shrimp was abominable?
Yeah.
Yep,
Hey,
and pork.
picture
I'm
check.
pretty sure I read it in a book of lies, though.
I was going to say, Bryce Aroni, can you cite your sources there, bud?
His name was King James.
Mm,
And
fairly reliable.
Yeah.
All right, guys, ready?
Maybe.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Turn it up. What up? What up? Yeah. Grab your chair, put up a seat. Yeah. Welcome to the Atheist Round Table. We just the dudes that you knew for poking holes in all these fables. Yeah. See, we just some atheists that got questions like, why does God kill babies with cancer? Hopefully, you can bring some answers. We'll sit back and take notes. Go ahead. Welcome to the Atheist Round Table. Welcome to the Atheist Round Table.
I'm fucking killing the game tonight. Fucking killing
You know,
the game.
you know what, Oz? That all worked out anyway because our consumers are fairly used to at this point us starting 15 minutes to a half hour late anyway. So really, that was just fluff that we needed to fill in order to get people to tune in, right?
We're starting right on time.
I technically wasn't late at all then. I was like
Hang
on
time,
time.
Hang time.
I think you were early, actually.
Yeah, that makes sense too.
Yep. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, they got to see they got behind the scenes access tonight. Like this is it may seem have an appearance that we know what we're doing once a week maybe, but really if you saw behind the curtains, it's a shit show. Nobody knows what the fuck they're doing. Nobody knows what the fuck they're talking about. We just do it and people laugh at us.
We just don't believe shit. That's
the only thing that sets
That's all
us
we got
apart.
going.
I mean, I believe shit. I just don't believe in God
how can you demonstrate shit?
because I have a dog. My dog demonstrates it to me every day.
Yes.
How do you know that dog truly exists?
I take it on faith.
Ah,
So you have faith in shit.
if you're going to put your faith in something, shit is where it needs to be.
Atheist,
Dog it to be specific.
Yeah, it's about the same, so you might as well put it there.
Atheist Mo, if you came to the Atheist Network group page at 8:30 thinking that you were going to see anything within the next half hour, 45 minutes, there's over 250 videos of hard evidence that we never start on time.
Yeah, if you came here thinking that we were going to start on time, you've got more faith than Bryce Aroni has in platypus shit.
Uh-oh.
I didn't say I believed in platypuses.
Look who's here. Math Pig is here. What's up, Math Pig? What up?
We're doing an AMA, Math Pig. So do
Well,
we need to explain that?
Yeah, I will here in a second. Yep. Grumpy old cuss in the house. What's up? What's this? This is the YouTube. This is a YouTube show on the YouTube platform called the Atheist Network Group. What the fuck else do you want to know? Sorry,
Easy so
Grumps.
far.
Grumps, I'm feeling spicy tonight. So yeah, before and we will open up the phone lines so you guys can actually call, hang out, talk with us, to us, ask questions, whatnot. AMA is ask me anything or ask us anything in this regard. So it could be directed towards us as a group, as individuals, or pairs, or quadruplets or triplets, or on down the line, however you want to address it. But if there are any dumb questions asked tonight, Murder Shed Steve has been given the task of hunting you down.
And doing what?
Well, fill in the blanks, silly.
Shedding them.
Yeah, I mean,
Duh.
a shed. What else do you do?
There was something about chest hair I heard earlier. Is that?
Yes,
Yeah,
I was
we were
bragging about
comparing.
the 5 chest hair that I have, and
Yeah.
they're about 2 inches apiece. So really, I've got an impressive 12 inches of chest hair altogether.
Congratulations.
Finish that. Boxers or briefs? What's your favorite dinosaur? Oh, sorry. We'll go in Oz's preferred order here.
That's for you guys, not me.
Wes will take over.
Yeah,
He's
it's
not
all
here to
that.
defend himself, so
I can field the underwear and dinosaur one.
Go
Are we
for
doing
it.
that?
Is
I
it
don't-
underwear in dinosaurs or dinosaurs in underwear? I'm confused.
I'm guessing this is directed to the males. Boxers or briefs?
Yeah, briefs and crocodiles because they are still around.
Oh.
I like to switch it up. I do both. And Tyrannosaurus. I don't know. I got nothing.
What's the question?
Boxers or briefs, and what's your favorite dinosaur?
And what does Oz remind you of?
Okay, so none and Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Free balling. I like
You-
it.
You take all the good answers. I don't own a pair of briefs in my house, so definitely boxers, and I'm gonna go with like Stegosaurus just because you took all the cool dinosaurs.
You could have said Velociraptor.
Peace out, Dr. Josh.
I am sticking with my decision.
Fair enough.
And before Dr. Josh goes, keep a lookout. He's getting ready to do a podcast with Killer Priest from the Wu-Tang Clan. Wu-Tang. And if you didn't know, because we rarely talk about it, I really try to stay away from talking about too much on air. But there is this new book out, and it's by Dr. Josh. It is the Atheist Handbook to the Old Testament, Volume 1. And Biddy, what's it mean when we have a Volume 1?
That there's another one coming.
Yes, son. And he's also has a book that's called Does the Old Testament Endorse Slavery? Fuck yes, it does. So there's that.
I think that was a spoiler.
He's just trying to
I think
get
you're supposed
money
to say
now. He's just trying to get money. I mean, really, come on, Dr. Josh. Like I don't already know that. I'm gonna buy it anyway, but
Have you ever seen the movie Idiocracy?
oh, I love that movie.
And
Yeah.
they
Seen
they
that
kept
one.
saying a certain word over and over, and they're like, "Why do you keep saying that?" He's like, "Cause I get paid every time I do." That's Oz. You guys know that? I don't remember what they say, but
I don't remember. I was trying to think of what the word was too. I forgot. It's a great
Idiocracy
movie,
is
though.
insanely relevant right now.
no shit.
It was
Yeah.
ahead of its time. It became more
Yep.
relevant like 20 years after they made it, or however long it's been.
No, it wasn't ahead of its time. It's just prophetic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That-
Right.
No.
People were working on making that prophecy come true, actively
Yeah.
working on it.
Just like a self-fulfilling prophecy, just like the Bible. Let's
Absolutely.
destroy the environment so that the apocalypse happens, eh?
And
you know.
We got a few questions here real quick.
Okay.
And
Uh-oh.
I don't want people to think we're skipping through it. The whole thing is it's an AMA. So this I had to go back for. I forgot it was up there. How does it feel being a thief stealing Eminem's? I've never heard Eminem talk about us. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay.
Good one.
Eminem did talk about a murder shed Steve, but he was literally referring to me. I had I was still a child, but he, that's my birth given name, and
Mhm.
I live close by Detroit, so
Oh.
What was the damn question?
by a
Oh, here it
state.
is. Here it is. I found it. No, that's not it. I'll come back to that one in a minute.
Something in my eye.
Oh yeah, there it is.
There.
There's
Question for the
there.
panel: if you
Oh.
could be transformed into a tree, what species would you choose?
Evergreen.
Willow.
Eucalyptus.
Nice choice. Nice choice. We should do the we applaud each other after each answer.
Yeah.
Uh,
That way.
Kids or Steve?
Maple. They've got nuts.
They do, sir. They do.
Or acorns. Well, I'm not sure. That was probably a bad choice.
Syrup, right? Acorns. That's from oak tree, right?
I don't know much about trees. I don't know much about anything.
That's proof for God. Oh, no wonder why you're an atheist.
Exactly.
Look at the trees.
Steve, you
Just
have,
look at the trees. How can you deny God?
Just look at them.
Hey, Skids, they do have
Yes.
plenty of sap. They're very sappy.
Oh, see, that's even better. That should have been my answer right there.
all right. Since Steve isn't going to answer because I thought he would answer this, I'll do it for him. I'll be a marijuana tree.
No, I've got one. It's a red oak.
Oh, I didn't hear you. Okay.
I was just muted.
Oh, so it was your fault. Okay.
Yeah.
Finally, things not my fault tonight. All right, where's the next one? Oh, he's talking about kamikaze smart hats. No, actually, Pasta Mike tagged on the kamikaze part.
Oh, blame it on pasta.
Of course.
See, I think that the cannabis plant is an incorrect answer because you would be the first to die. Everybody would be trying to smoke you.
But
Oh, they can try.
but you would be beloved.
But you'd be smoked.
You know, sometimes it's worth making those sacrifices.
But they don't smoke the whole plant, just the bud. So I mean, you would live on and produce happiness.
I would
many
be
people.
smoked for their sins.
I actually didn't know that, Biddy. I don't know anything about marijuana plants or otherwise.
Okay,
So
I'm just dropping tree knowledge left and right.
Dropping knowledge, son. All right, phone lines are open 260-225-3868. You can ask one or all any question you want. And specifically, Steve, if you want to know more about the shed. You have questions, he has answers.
I'm surprised they didn't ask what kind of animal we would want to be. That's always a good rando question.
Yeah, I'm keeping my eyes peeled for the next question.
Chemo, I've heard that story about the red oaks shoot arrows, white oaks shoot bullets. That's how you tell them apart.
What?
Oh, she's so nice. So go ahead, guys. Since nobody's asked that question, I'm curious. What's your animal? What kind of animal are you? Would you be reborn as?
Lion.
I'd be an alpaca.
Wow.
I would.
Bat.
Oh, there you go.
I always figured it would be cool to be a Wolverine.
I was going to say a cat because they're lazy and grumpy and like ornery all the time. And I can't imagine it'd be very different from my current life. So I would be very comfortable as a cat.
So you're all wrong. The correct answer is raven.
Well.
Do tell why. I'm curious.
Because they're the smartest animals.
That's true.
What's the smartest animal?
A raven.
A raven is the smartest animal?
But do you have to be the smartest?
No.
I mean, so you could
they
be
also
whatever
live
you
for
want.
up to 30 years, though.
I prove
things
every
do in
day that
captivity.
you don't have to be the smartest to survive.
Yeah, they live up to 30 years in the wild, which is rare for a lot of birds and mammals.
We do have
That is rare.
This is a good, interesting question. Now to a serious one. Secular rarity. I'm glad she came to hang out with us tonight. Okay, serious question this time. Any thoughts on the Senate report on UFOs about to come out?
Many thoughts.
Well, go.
Elaborate.
Many or many?
Yeah.
Exactly. Many. Yeah. They begin with, this is not particularly remarkable, nor should it be to anyone, because UFO means unidentified flying object, and there have always been unidentified flying objects. The fact that the Pentagon is declassing that they've encountered them means literally nothing out of the ordinary. It's the expectation. The strange thing is the fact that they felt the need that it needed to be classified in the first place and then declassified. That's the strange thing. But there's nothing particularly why can't I say that word? I can't speak.
Remarkable.
There's nothing remarkable about things being unidentified. My other thoughts as far as what they are, that's an interesting question. I think that they're all different. I think that the videos show different things. They show vehicles with different properties. And so far, we don't know, hence unidentified. But it is definitely worth investigating. I would think that it is premature to jump to the aliens have visited us as the first option.
I guess the only reason that I can think of, Bryce, for why they would be classified is if the enemies whose UFOs those actually are, meaning probably Russia or China or whoever, that we didn't identify who they were as they were flying over us, may be able to track what we've been able to see and what we have not been able to see. giving them better data on how their flight patterns are working for whatever they're trying to do. And I threw out a couple of countries there, but it's irrelevant what country it was from or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of assumptions in there that it could be of a different country.
Yeah, I mean, who knows?
Could have originated right here in the United States.
It could have absolutely been like local terrorists or whatever, but it's not a bad idea to classify your ability to gain information. You know what I'm saying?
Have you guys ever seen that movie Explorers? It's from the 80s. It's like
I was going to say, isn't that an old movie? I do remember that.
It's about these kids who build basically a spaceship.
Yes.
It could have been some 14-year-old geniuses with a computer.
Oh, for sure.
And, you know.
Some of them, but I almost guarantee you, like, a lot of the UFOs that we see are just military hardware from somewhere else.
Yeah.
Like spy planes and stuff like that.
That would seem to be the most reasonable conclusion given the information that we have now.
Yeah.
Certainly more reasonable than aliens.
Yeah.
So far.
So why do you think that they're declassifying it now?
Well, Oh, declassifying?
Yeah, why do you think they're choosing now to declassify?
They usually just declassify things after, 7 years? Something like that? 7-10 years?
It depends on what it is and what level of classification it is. So there's 3 levels of classification in the government. Typically, there's confidential, secret, and top secret. And depending on the level or the importance to national security is how they'll determine at what level it's classified. And then each level of classification requires a certain amount of elapsed time. I used to be in the military, if anybody's wondering. I dealt with classified all the time. But it depends on who the classification authority is and what the expiry on it is or was and what level of classification it was.
So you're saying there's basically documents and footage and stuff like that being declassified all the time. This just happens to be making headlines because it possibly deals with something that we can't explain or something that like a whole group of people are going to be like really excited to hear about.
Just because it says UFOs.
Yeah.
Yeah, in so many words, yes. The fact that they still don't know what it is. Like, it's one thing to declassify something when you have all the information and then you can provide an explanation to media outlets, etc. But when you still, after 20 years of examining it, don't know what the fuck it is, and then it's set to be, the expiry on the declassification is reached and you still don't know what it is, this is what happens. You either have to reclassify it, which obviously Biden is not doing, or the Defense Department is not doing, or you let it out there and say, we don't know what the fuck this is.
All right, guys, we could talk about this for hours. We got other questions popping up in here. We'll make sure we spread the love around here. But aliens, yes, there's things out there that are unidentified, but I think I agree with Bryce that until you have a good reason to think there's an alien there, I don't know about aliens. But I could
Long story short, it's definitely alien UFOs.
Absolutely.
I didn't say it couldn't be aliens.
Ancient aliens.
I know. Who knows? We don't know.
Yes.
That's what UFO means. We
right.
don't know.
God damn it. That's what I said. I don't know, but I don't have good reason to believe in it. Just like I don't have good reason to believe in the fucking God. Anyway, sorry for the spice. I actually like this one. Favorite quote. Mine, Tupac, when asked about what he feared most about dying, reincarnation.
Who's starting? I think I started last time.
Steve.
No pressure.
I can take all your fucking bullets.
You better bring a whole fucking army.
Take all your fucking bullets.
No, Tony. It's not you taking the bullets. It's the cocaine.
Well, now I think that mine is say hello to my little friend.
Awesome.
I didn't realize we were doing favorite quotes from pop culture. I was going to come up with something more philosophical, but
right, you can do whatever the hell you want.
It's your favorite.
Always trying to show up us.
My favorite quote is it's a little bit ironic because it's from a Christian theist. and it's a quote that I very strongly agree with. It's from C.S. Lewis, where he states that integrity means doing the right thing even when nobody is watching. And the irony of that is, if you're a Christian and you know God's always watching, then you can't have integrity. But put that aside.
Boom, roasted.
Boom.
Yeah. I don't think he thought that through very well, but it's a correct statement.
Oh, go ahead, Biddy. You're good. Go.
Oh, I have two favorite quotes. One is Carl Sagan, where he says, "For me, it is far better to grasp the universe as it really is than to persist in delusion, no matter how reassuring or satisfying it is." Like, that was one quote that got me through my deconstruction. And then my other one, which I'm going to have to read because I don't remember it offhand, is by Teddy Roosevelt. And it says, "It's not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood." Those are like my two favorite quotes.
God damn.
I believe you. No, you said you read the second one just now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh shit! I thought you were just spitting off the dome. God.
I want to remember it because it's so useful, but
I mean,
just can't.
Not quite as profound as my quote, but pretty good.
True.
What's yours, Skids?
I'm going to go with kind of an easy one from a movie called Devil's Rejects, because I'm a clown. And there was a certain line in there that said, "Don't you like clowns? Aren't we fucking funny?" I say that one quite a bit.
It's definitely you. My favorite quote from a movie is Samuel L. Jackson's character in Pulp Fiction when he's reading the so-called Bible verse.
Yeah.
And I can quote that, but I'm not going to because it's too long. Oh, there you go. That's my bad.
Love it. That's a great movie too.
I like Carl Sagan too, Biddy. I was like, oh my gosh, I love Carl Sagan. I can't think of what the I'm probably going to get it wrong, but the one where he says, if you want to make an apple pie from scratch, you must first invent the universe. Something along those lines. I've always thought that was really cool.
Yeah, I like that.
I don't know that one.
What else we got, Oz?
Oh, I thought you were going to keep going on that. So
No,
I'll share my two real quick. Actually, both of mine are from also a Christian author. He's not a pastor, but a Christian author, John Maxwell, and he does a lot of business leadership or just overall leadership writing, and he's a goddamn boss. But the one I pulled up some of my notes here because I've been reading his books for years. Where'd it go? Okay. First one, the greatest mistake we make is living in constant fear that we will make a mistake and then another mistake. And that's something that I had to, especially in business, learn that I operate every day fearing the mistakes or the failures that I might have or make. I'm never going to grow, so I just learned to embrace when I fuck up, or if I had an idea and I thought it was the most amazing idea in the world and then it was really just bullshit. I've just learned that, okay, that didn't work, on to the next one. But yeah, and then the other one for me is probably what you guys would know better than me, but it's something I try to apply here, and I definitely have in my sales leadership and management stuff. But people may hear your words, but they feel your attitude. And I try to, as much as I can, have a great attitude, be teachable and coachable, and make everybody around me as I can, whether we're on the same team or we're just friends or whatever, that we can all know that we're all going to fuck up. And I know I'm going to fuck up, and I hope you know I'm going to fuck up, and I know you're going to fuck up. As long as we know that, we can get better at it, every single time and not make the same mistakes.
That's a great quote, Oz. Who wrote that? Did you write that, or was that from someone?
Oh, I wish. No, that was John Maxwell.
Oh.
Ah,
I have to call out Titan Uranus here because, first of all, congratulations on getting part of the quote right. But I have to say, Ezekiel 25:17, you're quoting it out of context. You left some of that out because it concludes with, "And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers. And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee." Bang, bang, bang. So there you go.
He said, bang, 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 bang. All right, I'm trying to find one. Tobin just put a new one up, but he has one up above here that was really good. Let me find it here real quick. Question for everyone. What was your favorite atheist channel when first becoming an atheist?
I mean, I didn't really know a lot of them. I'm recently discovering a lot of atheist channels. I get maybe the first one that I saw that I would go back to purposefully was Genetically Modified Skeptic. Drew McCoy, I think this is his real name.
Yeah, Drew's a beast.
I'm one of those cradle atheists, and I don't believe that YouTube was around when I was born. We didn't even have dial-up, son.
The atheist experience was probably the first one, but the one that I first loved was Apologia.
yeah, like Steve, I've always been a non-believer, so it's not like when I first became an atheist, but the first content that I was really experienced to that's influenced a lot of what I do is Scathing Atheist, but I also watch a lot of Dark Matter 2525. So those two have a huge influence on me.
Yeah, I remember when I first stumbled upon Dark Matter's videos, and I was still like trying to get out of it, but still had all that indoctrination and, you know, holiness bullshit. And one of the first videos, I mean, it was just one of those like super over the top ones. And I'm like, there's the part of me was like, how dare you, you devil. And I'm like, that's pretty funny. That's pretty funny.
So everyone's in agreement. Tart was their first and favorite of all time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
The Turdy Turt. Biddy, how about you?
Muted.
Hashtag mute Biddy.
There you go.
Cosmic Skeptic, Rationality Rules, and Apologia. Way up there.
Yep, and mine's easy. It was the first one I stumbled upon on the intro, and this is a great segue. This is perfect. Thank you, Tobin. You're a genius. First one I stumbled upon, and then number two would be Matt Dillahunty and the Atheist Experience. But this guy, another book push, Converted by Seth Andrews. It was the very first YouTube channel, atheist YouTube channel I stumbled along, and so much of his, you know, childhood and upbringing in church and everything, I was like, wow, that's what happened to me. Well, that happened to me too. That fucking happened to you too. Like I remember all the like, oh my God, I thought I was alone. I thought I was the only person that got like suckered in this shit from the beginning because I didn't know any better because I was a kid, you know, and which was awesome. But the plug why I said segue. So July 18th, the one and only Seth Andrews will be joining us here at the Atheist Network Group. We're going to be talking about the Satanic Panic.
There you go.
That's going to be awesome. All hail Satan.
And chest
I
hair.
remember that so well when it was, the
Oh, yeah.
80s when that was hitting big and heavy. You had all the heavy metal artists being sued for making kids. Well, some of them were sued because they thought that kids were committing suicide because of them. But that whole Satanic Panic was very big. I had a neighbor who actually said that the end of the world was coming, and that the Satanic Panic was all a part of that, and it scared the shit out of me.
They're still saying that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, how's that changed any?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
All the cicadas, you guys.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You and I so saying.
In the last recorded version, last recorded version of Seth giving that particular talk or speech was, I think, in 2017 or 18. So still 3 or 4 years ago. But that's what I loved about it. Towards the end of that talk, he says it several times. He's like, "This hasn't went anywhere. Like, it is still here." And churches and parents and pastors and youth pastors are still today using the same fear tactics to abuse these kids. It hasn't gone anywhere, and that's, I love how he takes all that and then still relates it to, it's 2021, motherfuckers, and we're still doing the same shit in these churches.
Mhm.
Yep.
We did get a couple of questions in the chat. I'm not sure if you saw that, Oz. Asexual Atheist, Tobin, Donna, all pretty good questions.
And we just got a great one from Brute Facts Podcast, too.
Okay, I'll get down there 1 second. From Tobin, question for everyone. How did you learn of Anthony? How do you say that, Steve? Anthony
Magnabosco. Oh, wait. I don't want to breach my contract. Anthony Magnabosco.
There you go.
Well, actually, I believe that it's Anthony Magnabosco, according to Tobin.
Tobin gets a pass. He hasn't signed a contract.
Mm.
He was actually trying to help me fulfill mine, is what it is.
There you go.
Yeah.
So for those that watch Anthony's stuff and enjoy it, how did you learn of Magnabosco?
I think when I was a kid, I had a Magnabosco VCR.
Yes.
And
Yeah, those were very popular back in the day.
yeah. No, I learned about him from actually not fairly recently. Objectively Dan, I was on his show several months ago now, and he's talked about him and talked about an experience he had with him, and so then I think I looked him up after that, and then I started just binge watching some of his programming on street epistemology, and so I learned about him fairly recently, and then all of a sudden he called me on the phone the other day. So really quickly. So I feel a little under pressure to learn more about him now that he has my phone number. So
Anthony's got my phone number.
Pretty
Next.
cool.
I learned about him from...
I think it's no, it wasn't you, Oz. You were who was that?
It was
Smalley, yeah.
Smalley trying to beat everybody to the punch.
That's right. You guys had a war to see who could get to Magnabosco first. So,
of course, it's Smalley. Smalley's more popular than I am. Oh,
I learned about him from you guys, just from
that's cool.
the Atheist Roundtable, stuff like that. I mean, I didn't know nothing about nothing, nothing. That's right.
Cool. Anybody else?
From probably about 4 years ago, going down the YouTube rabbit hole. Probably after watching the Atheist Experience, and then you just kind of have them. And I loved his approach, and like Bryce did, I binge watched him, and now he's one of my favorites. I always watch. I can't wait for a new one to come out or rewatch some of the older ones.
See, Oz only watches the really older ones.
Correct.
He can't keep up otherwise.
Yeah.
Correct. And Anthony loves it. Biddy, any comments?
Well, my husband was an atheist all throughout my belief stage, and so he constantly recommended him, and then I think we watched a couple videos while I was still a believer, and I was like, oh, they're answering wrong. So I was like, I'll talk to this guy. Yeah, I was dumb, but
yeah, I feel like I'm the newest one because I didn't find out about him until Bryce, since I worked behind the scenes on his show, and he said that we're getting Anthony on our show, and that was kind of how I was introduced to him. But I haven't binged watched, but I've watched a few episodes, and yeah, I like what I see.
Yep. And another plug. And towards the end of the show here, we did have to switch the dates, but our in-person event that's coming up here in the fall, one of the guest speakers, and I finally have the permission and approval and commitment to say this. One of the speakers is Anthony Magnabosco.
Say what?
Anthony Magnabosco. So yeah, that happened. And then for me, it's funny because Seth and then Matt, and then I just randomly stumbled across Anthony's channel, and I'm watching it, and I'm like, hold on, this is different. This is different. I'm used to listening to these atheists and these Christians like yell and scream at each other and throw insults at each other and hang up on each other. This son of a bitch is cool, and he's slick and he's smooth. Like he likes to have the conversation. Because I didn't even know what street epistemology was at that point, let alone a Socratic method. And then I met Pasta Mike, kind of like what Steve was talking about, and he's introducing us to all this stuff, and then I like jump in, both feet, jump in the deep end, and I'm like, this is badass. This is badass, and I want to know more about this, And so that's how. So I found his channel, was already subscribed, but didn't know, like I said, the terminologies or why he was doing it. And then when I got to know more about it, I was like, yeah, I like this guy. I like this guy. He's cool.
There's actually a little known fact about Anthony. Only a few people really know about it, and not for long. But he is very good with an axe. That guy.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very admirable trait.
If you guys are fans of Anthony Magnabosco, I will be talking to him on Tuesday's episode of The Bryce is Right. So stay tuned for that one. Plug.
Yeah, Steve, don't you have a show coming up?
Yeah, we talked about it before before you could figure out how to get the thing going.
Yeah, when we were killing time waiting for you.
But we now have like 20 more people here.
Oh, well, Skids the Clown will be... Well, Skids, why don't you take this?
Yeah, so I don't know how much we want to say quite yet, but Steve and I are working on a show together where we're going to be kind of investigating something that is worth investigating. Maybe some mysteries.
Several things.
We're very close to a premiere. We're just getting some ideas together, so we have a whole bunch of shows to put into the can before we roll out. So I would look forward to seeing it here in the next few weeks.
Dead air. Question.
I was expecting like a roar of applause and stuff like that. I guess I'm not going to do that.
I forgot to hit the clap machine.
That's right. Where's your sound box?
Right. Thank you. You really like me. Yeah, I'm used to that.
Well, that happened. Question. If you became an atheist as a teenager, have you reevaluated the arguments objectively? Like Dan, do you think a typical teenager has the knowledge and wisdom to become an atheist objectively, like Dan?
I think that this is a fantastic point. And I really appreciate that question. So I would say likely not. You probably don't have enough knowledge. You probably don't have enough, cognitive, rational brain thinking to reach those conclusions. Absolutely. But I suppose I would say that it's best to not hold a position or not hold a belief until you can gain more knowledge anyway. So by default, being an atheist would be the better position on both ends until you can really rationally and fully understand both arguments. So technically, children should be atheists until they are fully grown adults and can decide for themselves what conclusion they believe or what conclusion they should come to.
Amen.
I concur.
Was I'm not sure if he was directing that to a specific person or not, because he mentioned teenager. So, do you know the context behind that, Oz?
I think it was a general question. Do we think that a teenager has maybe the capacity to reason, reason, use the logic to, say they're an atheist or a theist? Because my answer to that would be, I do agree with Steve, and if I'm understanding, maybe this will help. If I'm understanding it right, I would say I'm more in line with what Christopher Hitchens said, where religion, and make sure, please, Eddie, listen to me. Religion, not Christianity, not just religion, is poison. When men and women get a hold of religion, it becomes poison and becomes toxic. And if we have teenagers that we send to youth group or whatever, if they're old enough to go and say, hey, I love Jesus and I serve Jesus, they're also old enough to then reason and use logic to say, no, I don't believe in said God.
I don't think there's a specific age at which someone goes from magically not being able to reason arguments and then suddenly they can. I think it's variable depending on the individual. People grow and mature and learn at different rates. Some teenagers are probably too immature to understand these concepts. Others are probably very advanced. And by the way, what do we mean by teenager? Are we talking 13, 19? I mean, there's like a huge difference there. So yeah, I don't really know how to answer that other than to say that some probably could and some probably cannot. I don't think that anyone has the ability to evaluate an argument objectively if you have a dog in the fight. So, and I think that applies to teenagers, children, adults, elderly, whatever. If you have a dog in the fight, then it's going to be a subjective evaluation because it applies to you. If you are an atheist and you've always been an atheist and you come from an atheist culture and then you're moderating a debate between a Muslim and a Christian, then maybe you have a more objective stance there and you can argue, you can evaluate who's making a more coherent argument. But if you are a Christian or a former Christian or whatever, and then you start evaluating Christianity, you're going to be doing it from a subjective point of view because it's something that applies to you and you're going to have your biases and all of that. So
yeah, I agree with you, Bryce. I actually have a house full of teenagers and we have great conversations all the time. And all of my teenagers are atheists. Not because I told them that that's what they need to be, but because we've had extremely in-depth conversations. They know they can ask questions. We've had discussions at the dinner table about physics. Yep. And I mean, we actually have kids who are looking at wanting to go into that type of a field. So it's a very subjective question. And like Bryce was saying, each person kind of comes to the table with a different ability. And there are adults who don't have enough knowledge and it's not their strong suit. There's something that they're interested in to have enough knowledge of the different philosophical context. I mean, those of us that do this all the time, we're weird. Whether we want to believe it or not, we are weird. We spend a lot of time looking at logical fallacies and researching this, and the vast majority of the people don't. So it's not about teenagers or not. It's about whether you're wanting to take the time to do research and learn about these things. But the very basic question is, as far as being an atheist, is do you accept the claim that's been put forth? You either accept it or you don't accept it. And that's the biggest thing. So anyone, I don't care if you're 5 years old or 105 years old, if someone says there is this God and this God is defined as X, Y, and Z, do you accept it or not? It doesn't matter how old you are. You either accept it or you don't.
And you could have rational reasons for accepting it or not. Exactly. Or you could have irrational reasons for accepting it or not.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The question is just a very difficult question, I think.
Yeah. But it's not a one-time thing. It's something that every day you don't make this decision. Well, it's not a decision. Your belief is not a decision, but you don't believe in something, and then like once you make that belief connection in your head, it's permanent. You can reevaluate everything daily based on the information that you have available. So it's not like, it's like if you were an atheist as a teenager, well, you're going to be that way your whole life simply because that ship has sailed. That's not the way this works. This is basically taking the information that you're presented on a daily basis and making kind of the rational decision to look at the information and then make up your mind. And to this point, I have not seen anything that convinces me that a God exists. I don't know if one exists or not. I am just not convinced.
Amen. Amen. Biddy, any thoughts on that?
No, I'd just be reiterating pretty much everything everybody else said. I do think that teenagers current day versus ones in the past, even like my generation, I think it's going to be pretty hard for theism to flourish with the accessibility of the internet. I mean, we have a whole generation of like critically thinking teenagers nowadays that they're not going to take shit at, face value or whatever. They like to dig for answers. And I think it's welcomed nowadays. It was a lot harder back then.
Yeah, you get both sides of the information as a teenager now. Like when we were kids, you only got what was put on you was that there's a God. Even if you didn't grow up in like a super religious household, it's in the culture and it's accepted as normal. You go to school, everyone is still thank God, God bless you. And it's just it's in our language. It seems organic to our American culture, and so you're going to have that belief. And there's not much information about atheism or even what it means. At least when we were growing up, there was no YouTube, there was none of this. You had to go to the Stanford Encyclopedia of Philosophy, which is not the colloquial usage of atheism anymore. So kids today, I think they're better armed. They have more information. They're going to get claims, and then they're going to get counterclaims, and then they're going to be able to determine which one makes more sense.
They're also looking at the effects of religion. So they're looking at the fact that religion often demonizes people that they know and love. LGBTQ community, even interracial marriage. I mean, they're seeing those types of things that it seems like the religious traditions are continually demonizing, and they're not putting up with it. They're just not.
Yeah. So they have access to the Googles and the YouTubes, and they still now get access to masterpieces like this: The Atheist Handbook to the Old Testament by Dr. Joshua Bowen. It's only volume 1. It's only volume 1, folks. Go buy it. And because there's only volume 1, guess what? Biddy, what does that mean?
Means there's going to be a 2.
That means number 2's coming, folks. Go buy that shit. Buy that shit. So next question, as I get super silly for no reason. Question for Tart. Tobin's in here dropping bombs. What is a philosophy that you live by?
I'll go since everyone's being really quiet. This is like my total thing. You can solve any societal problem or issue if you look at it through the lens of compassion.
I like that.
That's a good one.
Mine is very, very easy. It's 3 words long. Faith is bullshit.
Where have I heard that before?
No idea.
Mine comes from a fictional character, which is perfectly cromulent, right? Logic is the beginning of wisdom, not the end. That's by Spock. As opposed
I've got a
to
joke
scripture.
I've got a joke one that I'm probably not going to tell, but it's by Biggie. Anybody who thinks a little bit hard about that one, who knows Biggie's music, will get it.
More money, more problems.
You love it when they call you Big Papa?
No, another one about money. Anyway. I I think I really like the idea of, live each day like it's your last for the moment.
Mhm.
And that's all I got. So
Yeah. That is, I mean, it
next.
depends on how you take that. You could
Yeah.
like say that means jumping out of an airplane, but
Or just like, killing a bunch of people in a shed.
Yeah. Because when else are you going to get a chance to do that?
Maybe not tomorrow.
Exactly.
what you
'Cause
got,
you might be in a shed.
I want to say this, but I don't want to, because it could be misinterpreted. But for me, it's always laughter is the best medicine. I try to be, and for me, not to get too dark on it, but I'm somebody who suffers from depression. So I definitely try to put on a very positive aspect in my life by just having fun. You can't take life too seriously. You got to laugh at yourself. And I'm very good at laughing at myself, but no, I think that just enjoying life and making sure you laugh daily is the best way to live.
Hey, thank you to Secular Rarity for the super chat. I don't have control of the boards right now, so when we get our there we go. Love this channel. Thank you to the whole crew. Thank you so much for the support. We appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you.
Biddy,
What else?
say what yours is.
Would veganism be considered a philosophy? I think so. I would say that that's
probably.
Or is it a lifestyle?
well,
I think it's a
both.
mixture of both,
It's kind
really.
of both. Like, I guess like biocentrism, in that the equality amongst species is something that I feel strongly about. I don't know if that's considered a philosophy. I don't have any of those like catchy little one-liners.
You don't need one either.
I'm pretty pessimistic.
I do want to answer Eddie though, because right before that super chat, he put up a comment. People convinced rationally of God implies that he's irrational. I'm not sure if that's true. I don't know what you mean by that, Eddie, but I don't think that necessarily implies that. I think that people can be convinced for reasons that are compelling to them that I would certainly have called rational when I was a theist. I have a difference of opinion now, but if you've had a personal experience, personal revelation, something like that, that might be compelling. But as far as objective evidence, if there is none and you're just relying on faith, I would probably call that irrational, but that's, it's debatable.
If we're ready, I've got another question.
Sure.
In the chat. Believe it or not, but I'm very familiar with bringing up questions and asking them. So I think I can handle this next one. What do you think?
I think you got this.
Might be a little bit. Bible Burner has a question for all of us. How can any Christian, even our friend, considered to be a good person, enable that causes so much harm to people?
Is that to...
I gotta read that.
To any of us. So I suppose they know not what they do.
Yeah, ignorance gets you so far. I struggle with this because your values definitely determine your actions. And when you have really shitty values, that kind of equates to being a shitty person. And ignorance is the only thing you can blame. But at this point, can you even blame ignorance? I don't know. That's a tough question, in my opinion.
For me, it depends on what kind of a Christian they are, because saying that someone's a Christian, that doesn't get me much information.
Yeah.
They could be an asshole Christian, who believes that gay people should be killed and they all should go to hell. Or they could be a Christian who says, I don't believe in half of what the Bible says, but I believe in some of the teachings of Jesus Christ. And they might be called the no true Christian by other Christians, but if they call themselves a Christian, I will accept them as such. So, you know, if they're cherry picking, but cherry picking the good stuff and being a good person that comports with secular humanism, then I'm fine with them, especially if they're denouncing the other Christians who are like causing harm.
Yeah, and I
Somebody
hear that
like
quite a bit.
Eddie is a
Right.
perfect example of somebody who, and he doesn't necessarily cherry pick. It's just he has a different understanding of the Bible and how it was written, why it was written, the way it was written, etc.
Right.
And
That
his version is freaking awesome. And if all Christians were like Eddie, we may not be so fervent in, fight against some of this stuff. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think that it's really difficult to label someone a good person or a bad person, because we all have good and bad within us, and it's all depending on what topic you're talking about. I mean, there are some people that are objectively just crappy ass people.
Yeah.
But I mean, those of you who've heard my story, you guys know I live in an area where I'm surrounded by uber conservative Trumpian Christians. And if I just thought that everyone around me were assholes, which in a lot of ways they are, I would be I would be even more miserable than I am living in the place that I'm at. But my point is that there are people, and I work in a nonprofit. There are people who support the work that I do, who give greatly, give hundreds and hundreds of dollars a month to support the work that we do. And yet they turn around and do other things that are crappy. Or they'll be absolutely wonderful to someone who looks like me, but they may not be so great to someone who looks like Bryce. And so, it's situational, and it's really difficult to say that a person is a good person or a bad person. They have crappy ass, dumb ass parts of them, and they have good parts of them. And at what point, what's the tipping point? What makes someone more of a good person or more of a bad person? And I tend to think that a lot of them are victims of the religion itself. So, a lot of the people that I'm around, generation after generation after generation, have been Southern Baptist. And that's all that they know when it's 98% Southern Baptist where I live.
Yeah.
They don't have any other influence.
Yeah. And if they had that influence, if they had a little bit of ability to reach out, and like you said, people who are different, if they're nice to you, but somebody who looks different or has different beliefs, if you could just kind of point them in the right direction and say, hey, if you expand your horizons, and they still believe that, if you're not a white Christian, you're not half as good, that would make them more crappy if they can't possibly grow from their current beliefs.
Yeah, and I'll say, and then we can move on to another question here. Atheist skeptics, especially using the atheist tag here, we have to be very, very careful to not tote the line of hypocrisy. I know atheists that are douchebags. I know atheists that are assholes. I know atheists that also harm people, whether it's, verbally, emotionally, what have you, while still lacking a belief in a deity. So to try to just attach, and when we, because, Eddie's in here, he's a great friend of mine, a great friend of the channel, and other ones here. This is where we do have to be careful not to just say, well, they're a bad person because X, because there are plenty of people that don't believe in Eddie's X, his God, that are equal, if not bigger dicks, bigger assholes, bigger douchebags than the one you're referring to. So we have to be very careful to not have that holier than thou mentality or approach that we often criticize the theist of having or accuse them of having. So let's be consistent. If we're gonna draw the lines in the sand, let's be consistent on the measures that we hold them to, and making sure us as individuals and as a community, in groups and friends, that we're holding ourselves to that same damn standard. Then and only then can we start to point fingers.
Yeah, I try not to judge people based on what they believe. I judge them based on what they do, what their behavior is, the things that they express outwardly or demonstrate about themselves. That's kind of how you should be judging someone. The fact that someone believes something that's different from what you believe, I agree with Skids. I don't think that we choose our beliefs. I think that we become convinced of things, sometimes for good reasons, sometimes for bad reasons, but that's really not a reason to judge someone as a good person or a bad person. But their behavior is. So, and like what Sonny was saying, where's the tipping point between, if they're a good person or a bad person? You would have to know everything about the totality of the person's character, which most of us don't know, So I can only judge people by the behavior that they display in front of me at any given time, and that's what I do.
Bam. Bam. And real quick, Biddy, this was for you. It was a comment, not a question. Biddy, I don't know if you know this, but I'm vegan, and so is Pavel D.
Awesome. I now know that.
You have been informed.
I have. Thank you.
Pavel D needs to get back to me so we can schedule when you're going to be the next contestant on The Price is Right.
No.
Ooh.
Yeah. He probably forgot about that, but I didn't forget.
Call out. Call out. Oh, God damn it. God damn it. Why does it do that? I finally get to where I want to be and it like skips all the way back down.
Welcome to Q&A.
Where'd it go? All right, like 2 more scrolls, and if not, whoever's question or comment it was that I wanted to read, I apologize. Oh, we have a call. 1 second. Go ahead and talk amongst yourselves.
Heyo.
So about that chest hair,
Yeah. You want to see it?
Well, show me later. It's...
Oh, you want a private show?
No, I don't see. I didn't see anything.
You're so pasty white that it's really hard to see.
I didn't see anything.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We have Aunt Kathy live.
Hey.
Hello, Aunt Kathy.
How you doing tonight?
Hello. Does everybody need to stay in a serious mode tonight, or could we do something fun?
Let's
Yeah.
do something fun.
I am never serious.
Let's do something serious.
Well, I don't have anything serious, but I have something kind of fun.
Okay. I'm ready.
Lay it on us.
It's actually sort of a psychological analysis. So here's how you play this thing. If you have a piece of paper and a pen, that would help. But if you have a great memory, that's fine. Number one.
Hold on. I don't have a great memory. Let me grab a piece of paper.
Okay.
I'll see if I got it.
All right. It's only 3 questions.
Oh, shit.
I'm a good typist, so go
I
ahead.
wasn't ready for this.
That's a good idea. Maybe
Oh,
I'll open up
sorry.
a Word document. I don't see any pens.
She said there's only 3 questions. I can only remember one at a time, Aunt Kathy.
I know. I'll take it slow, babe, and I will repeat it.
Okay, I'm ready.
Let's do this.
Okay. Are we ready?
See,
I'm ready.
For short-term memories because... Oh. Hey, I was going to say atheists have poor short-term memories because our minds are so full with scripture already.
That's actually true for me, I feel.
Aunt Kathy,
that is true.
Aunt Kathy,
that's
one
really
second.
true.
1 second before you start your questions, because the one and only Dr. Josh just jumped in the room, and he's got this new book out. It's called The Atheist Handbook to the Old Testament by Dr. Joshua Bowen, Volume 1. And guess what? Guess what, folks? When there's a Volume 1, Biddy, what's that mean?
There's another one coming.
Yay. We can read it. Cool.
Why is the screen on me?
Because I only have
Stop
2.
that.
All right, hey, Kathy, go. I'll shut up now.
Number 1, what is your favorite animal? Don't tell me, write it down. And list 3 reasons why using only one word. for each reason.
My pen stopped working. Shit.
It's the devil.
Favorite animal, 3 one-word reasons why. It keeps it simple.
Is there another question? I thought there was 3. Or is it just
There's another question next. There's
Oh,
another
okay.
question next. All right. The next one is, what is your favorite item of clothing? And again, give 3 one-word reasons why, if you can do it in 3 words, in less than 3 words, I mean, if you can do it in 1 word. Favorite clothing, 3 reasons why. Gosh, I feel like I'm standing in the front of the classroom when the kids are taking a test.
dead air?
You know,
Yeah,
I
sorry.
love these psychology little practices.
I mean,
I
I'm
know.
I'm ready whenever you guys are.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I am too.
Yes, yeah, I turned my TV off so I wouldn't have interference here. The last one is, what is your favorite body of water? Is it a river, a stream, an ocean, etc.? A pond, whatever. Your favorite body of water, and again, 3 reasons why.
Okay.
Got it?
Yep. Well, I do. I don't
Okay.
remember.
I think I got it.
You don't have to give your answers out loud. Just read your answers and think about it. Your favorite animal and the 3 reasons defines how you view yourself.
Wait, say that. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Weird.
Hold on. Say that one more time.
The animal and the reasons you gave are how you see yourself. Okay?
I wrote fuzzy for one of them.
Well, but a puppy is playful and fun and, those kinds of things.
Mhm.
All right. Your favorite clothing and the 3 reasons is how others see you.
Funny.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. And the last one, your favorite body of water and the 3 reasons is your view of sex.
Why does every time Aunt Kathy come onto this channel, she wants to talk about sex?
I feel like we should share these.
Hey,
Yeah.
Aunt Kathy, I'm all about it.
What?
Let's talk about sex.
Sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me.
Well, as you took it a little too far there, bud.
I have to say that's pretty much on point
You and me.
for me. Aunt Kathy, the responses that I had and your explanation of them is pretty flattering. I don't know that I could have chosen anything better than that.
And this is like 100% accurate.
True?
Yeah, this is like
Oh, yeah.
spot on.
This
Are
is
we going
a-
to
Sunny
we
should
share?
agree with me. This is a very well thought out psychological analysis.
Do you
I
want
like
to
it.
share, Steve?
I don't know.
I'm sorry.
Do people want to hear?
I mean-
should we?
Fine.
I've kind of already said we did the favorite animal one earlier today. I think everyone knows what mine is by now. I picked Raven. The reasons were intelligence, lifespan, and flight. So I guess that's how I see myself.
You can fly.
I can
Hey.
fly.
See yourself.
I believe I can fly.
Right.
Go ahead, Steve. Let us know.
Oh,
All right. I'm going to get off the phone and listen to you guys.
That was fun.
Okay, yeah, it was.
Love you, Dr.
All right, love you
Dr. Phil.
guys. Bye.
Kathy.
Dr. Phil.
Dr. Kathy now. You know, what's her name? Ruth? Something Ruth used to have a show. But I'm like,
Dr. Ruth.
Hi.
Oh yeah.
Yep, Dr. Ruth.
I remember her.
The sex,
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah. Dr.
the
Ruth.
sex doctor.
She had that
I
accent.
miss her. What happened to her?
All
When
right,
she's still alive.
let's move through this part as quick as we can. That way we can get one or two more questions before we wrap. And those that are able and have the time on a Saturday night to go to Discord, we will go to Discord and hang out and be interactive. But Steve, go ahead. You were super ready to share that.
So, for the first one,
Next, baby. Oh, go.
oh, we can talk about butt normalized butt plugs. That's what I want.
We're monetized.
That's my goal in life.
Monetized. We're monetized.
We could get a sponsor.
No, not on YouTube. This
With
ain't
Tang's
Pornhub.
logo
Sponsors.
on the there you go.
This ain't Pornhub, bro.
Anyway, so a Wolverine, they are tough, smart, and playful. Shoes, protect, support, and I put run. You can do more abilities with them than you could, but I had to pick one word. And I picked creek because it's very small. No, just kidding. Beauty, they're beautiful, pure, and entrancing. Very small.
I didn't
Yours
give.
were pretty good.
Yeah, I didn't give my second two. So really quick, I'm going to do
Hit us
that.
with it.
So my second one was this was the article of clothing, my Superman T-shirt, because Superman, red and blue, obviously my favorite colors. And then the third one, favorite body of water, was the Caribbean Sea, because it's warm, blue, and clear. I don't know what the blue part has to do with sex, but warm and clear.
Let's talk about blue sex, baby.
It's alien. Aliens.
Hey,
There
don't
you
knock
go.
it till you tried it, I guess.
Or it has good rhythm, like the Blue Man Group.
There you go.
Nothing says
That was
rhythm like
good.
them.
Skids the Clown.
All right. So, like I said earlier, I'm going to stick with the cat. So, I guess this is the one that is how I describe myself, and that's cute, attitude, and self-reliant. I regret the first one now.
What was the animal? What was the animal?
A cat. I like cats.
You could replace cute with lazy.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate as well. So
I know that nut.
T-shirt would be my article of clothing. So this is how others see me: comfy, nerdy, and fun. So could be close. For the body of water, so I chose a river, and the words I picked were nearby, familiar, and fun. I think that's very telling of my life.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Skids the Clown Sex Life. And good luck following that up, Sonny.
Oh Lord! All right. Okay, so mine is alpaca, and I put because it's cute, and then I put fiber because you can shave them and use their fur. It's fiber arts. Which the last one was creativity because you can make it into yarn for knitting and crocheting and all kinds of cool stuff. I love alpacas. What that means about me, I have no clue, but whatever. What is your favorite item of clothing? Mine is sundresses because they're comfortable, breathable, which is why I was laughing so hard. And I didn't have a third one, just breathable. That's it. I'm breathable. What can I say? And then favorite body of water is the ocean because it's relaxing. Self-care.
There you go.
That's true.
All right.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
And vacation.
Ah,
So yeah, there we go. I guess that means I only have sex when I go on vacation. That's not true.
No,
It's not true.
you have
Is
a
a
momentary you have a momentary like experience like you're on vacation.
There you go. Okay.
No.
Nice.
Much better.
Thank
much
you.
better.
You saved me. You saved me.
All right. Betty Buddha.
All right. Favorite animal is a bat because I am apparently cute, weird, and fuzzy. T-shirt because they're expressive, they're comfy, and they're fun. Maybe I'm those things. And a waterfall because it is tranquil, ever changing, and beautiful.
That's a good one.
Yeah, you guys have proved that when Aunt Kathy went to school psychology of the animals, clothing, and bodies of water school, and we don't even know where it's at. She got the proper training. So, mine real quick. Animal, like I said, I shared earlier. Lion, fierce, protective, and a hunter. Clothing, shoes, always comfortable, fashionable, and a statement. And body of water. I hope Mrs. Oz is listening right now. Relaxing, beautiful, deep.
Ooh.
Deep dives. Deep dives.
Oh boy.
Hashtag
Let me
normalized
just
butt
say,
plugs.
Kenneth posted that I see myself as regular due to fiber. Hey, let me just say yes.
You know what you call that though, Sonny? Useful.
Yep.
Thank
and
you. Yes.
and YouTube, before you come along and trying to demonetize us, we were talking about our favorite bodies of water. So when I said deep, we were talking about the Caribbean right off of Jamaica. Right. That's all we were talking about. So
That's what I said.
Shut the fuck up with your demonetization bullshit.
He Caribbean in that deep dive.
Ooh.
The bean. The bean.
All right. Well, I said go through that quick, and then I didn't see any other questions, but that works out because we're like right at an hour and a half. So for everyone that's here, you know what? Let me get a link just so we make sure everybody's hanging out. If you want to go to our own little part of the Discord world and chop it up with us, those that are free to do it, I'll put the link in here very, very, very shortly. But before we go, Steve, I'm going off of memory on who's in order on the screen here, but I know you said it earlier, but one more time, tell everybody anything you got going on coming up, and then we'll start to wrap up here.
Skids the Clown and I are going to be investigating things that are worth investigating. Mysteries, if they will. They're mysteries, or we have some cryptozoology, other things that haven't necessarily been verified, or maybe they have. Another mystery that we should investigate.
Yes. Anyway, let's make it unweird again. Bryce Aroni, what you got going on, man?
I've got Anthony Magnabosco on The
Who?
Price is Right. You know,
Yeah.
some guy
Who
I
has that?
heard of. He sounded pretty cool. So I was like, sure, I guess you can come on my show, whatever. But yeah, stay tuned for that this Tuesday. And also catch me on Promethean Secular Frontier for Secular Soapbox. That's it.
All right. And then the Bitty Buddha.
TikTok per usual at Biddy Buddha, and then Mondays here on Tang, where we answer questions for a call-in show. Freaking hate this.
Biddy Buddha.
I always leave it there for like 1 or 2 extra seconds, and I could see her eyes just full of
You just gotta stop blinking altogether, and then and then people are fascinated. It's all good. And then he stops doing it.
Oh, we'll
Maybe
see.
I'll try
now,
that next
now
time.
that I know the secret, maybe that doesn't work. So before Sonny, before we go, we do have a super chat from Donna for $9.99. Thank you, Donna, very, very much for all of your support. Appreciate you.
Wow, that's pretty good.
You're really good at that.
You could play a dead guy.
Mike Mobley for $10 with another super sticker. You know what, Steve, keep going because now the super chats are rolling.
Yeah, this is all it took the whole time.
Just like a 2-hour stream of this.
Hey, now I'm getting freaked out.
Oh God.
Oh, that's kind of.
Do you have eyelids?
I think I see unicorns.
How is he doing that?
It's time to lose it.
That's got to be a record. He's
Holy
muted.
shit.
Bryce, actually how I sleep.
No, Steve, you gotta we're gonna have a chat. Yes, ma'am.
Holy shit.
Oh my gosh.
Steve,
Dude.
do not blink.
I'll blink for $100,
You know what?
or maybe a wink for $100.
Ooh,
Send them super chats.
Have you ever
baby.
timed yourself?
Holy shit.
Time. I suppose that we could go back and just kind of see some previous episodes, and you could time it.
Damn.
I'm kind of freaked out right now.
Yeah.
I really, it like my eyes are hurting.
Mine too.
It's
Oh,
shame.
you should probably like blink or
Josh.
use some eye drops or something if they're hurting you.
Ugh.
That's-
I really want
not
to
good.
put drops in your eyes right now, badly.
Yeah.
I don't think this is normal.
OCUS.
How come?
What does that spell?
Focus.
boy.
I think we need to send this into Guinness.
Yeah.
This might be some money there.
Oh, God.
You know,
And if this is your first time tuning in to the Atheist Network group, what we do is we love to put on this this facade that we're actually like intelligent people, that we have something to say and to offer the community. Really, what we do?
Oh my
is
God,
we
please
get-
blink.
We get drunk. We get drunk and we have Murder Shed Steve just stare in the camera as long as he can without blinking. And here's your fucking entertainment.
so I prayed to Jesus that he keep my eyes wet. So is this Jesus?
Possibly.
I think we've got proof right
He works
there.
up in those mysterious ways.
But I
am
also prayed
impressed.
to Krishna as well. So, and Odin.
Got your bases covered.
Yeah, it's working.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome Murder Shed Steve. He hasn't blinked in 10 minutes. 10 minutes.
It has not.
Countdown has started. Folks, we
Oh
are
my gosh.
20 minutes away from a world record of
We're
not
gonna have
blinking.
to peel his lids off of his eyeballs.
I really got to pee though.
Just aim up. It'll
Yeah.
moisten
I
your
know.
eyes.
I was going to
eyes
say,
won't stop
holding in that
watering.
moisture is what's keeping your eyes wet at the moment.
I have used the restroom twice and taken a short nap since the last time that Steve blinked.
Hashtag normalize butt plugs.
Jesus Christ.
What about them?
You have to pee so bad your eyeballs are floating.
Yeah, I really have to go. My
Okay,
bladder's
this is-
getting uncomfortable, you guys.
I'm getting uncomfortable.
Way uncomfortable now.
Steve, there's a bat on your murder shed sign.
That was too
Damn,
good.
he's good.
Wow.
All
You're
right,
gonna
so
have to.
I can officially see that they're starting to water.
Which would make me want to blink them even more.
Oh yeah, it'd make me. Yeah, I would already blink.
Actually, Oz, it's because you're
Now look,
boring me
Tone.
to tears.
You say that, but it's funny.
Completely
It's on the
unrelated.
fucking brain.
You're making me blink like excessively because it hurts.
You're trying
See,
to
and
make up
that's
for it.
So creepy.
that's what we all need to do for each other is when report each other in that way. Blink for me.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're now 18 minutes away from a world record of not blinking. Why do we do this? The Atheist Network Group, we have no fucking clue.
Because we can.
Yeah. What would you expect anyway?
Yeah, I think
I do have to be honest. 10 minutes ago, I did say that we were wrapping the show. Now, some of you did talk, but the rest of the time, folks, this is what it's been. This is what it's been. And to not, I still want his face to be up there, but we do want to continue to wrap. So we'll go into this here. With Steve right here.
There you go.
So, Sonny, I'll turn the music down. Sonny, anything that you would like to talk about coming up?
You'll just see me. Well, I'm behind the scenes and I'm co-hosting on some various shows, both here and on Promethean Secular Frontier.
Bam, boom, bang. And then I think it was Skid. Bryce, did you go first? No, I'm all out of order now.
Yeah, I went, but I think Biddy.
Nope, we're good.
Yeah, Biddy went.
She's good. I think you got him. I think you got us.
Did Skids go?
I think it's me.
Go, Skids, go.
Okay, so you can find me every other Thursday at the moment on Faith Not Included right here on Tang. Once I actually get good at making videos, that will become every week. So, but right now we're bi-weekly. Like we mentioned before, I will be doing a show with the Blinkless Wonder here. That'll be coming up here in the next few weeks. And kind of like what we've heard before, you can also find me on the Promethean Secular Frontier currently on Wednesday nights on the Crucible.
Oh my God, that made me hurt. Hey Steve,
I have nightmares.
Mike.
Yeah.
Mike wants you to touch your eyeball.
With what?
Your finger.
Finger.
What's up, Pat? What's up, Pat? I guess that's a no. Sorry.
Oh my gosh.
No touchy
How
ball.
long, seriously,
no touchy
how
ball.
long has it been?
We're gonna have to go back and look at timestamps. I'm not sure,
This
but
is
it's
insanity.
been a minute or 5 or 10.
You should see a doctor. Like, honestly.
I do.
He sees all. At this
I
point,
see
there is
everything
nothing he does
all
not
the
see.
time.
I'm telling you, this is Guinness worthy. We need to send them
Yeah,
the
no
tape.
shit.
Well, the good news is, if it really is, we have it all documented. There's no
Yeah.
bullshit.
Video evidence is bullshit anyway. They could just Photoshop this.
All right. Well, as we wrap it up, and I don't even know if
Just leave him on and we'll all dip.
Yeah.
I was about to say, we're gonna dip out. We're gonna go to Discord. Steve will be here all night. Just staring without blinking for as long as he can.
My eyes
Um,
hurt.
Yeah,
Biddy's crying.
I'm with
I can't handle
Oh,
this.
don't cry.
Painting me.
yeah, it's been a long time, bro. But do you great. Keep going. I'm proud of you. You're a champion.
I just
You're
want
You
to
should be a
blow
true
on your
school.
eyeballs.
Mean.
That was the best.
I can't anymore.
Of all things that could have been said in this moment, he says,
Nobody
I
else has
blow
the
on your
desire to do that.
The fact
Goodbye,
that he
everybody.
didn't
Bye.
"Oh my god!" All right, real quick, and,
that was almost a blank. I saw that.
I still really have to pee.
okay, we're wrapping right now. So everybody, remember next Saturday, if you're in the Midwest area, it's on our Facebook page, in my Facebook page. We're having the first just regional meetup, going to a bar, having drinks, playing pool, virtual golf, doing all that shit. If you want to come, the address is there. But if you need details, email me, austin@tart.live, and I'll hook you up with all the information. And then, last thing, really quick, we'll have flyers and ready for next episode. What's today? Saturday. So Monday night, we'll have everything ready. We did have to bump back the date. I'll tell you guys the date later, because there's a few people that weren't going to be able to make it that I really, really want to be there. And the hotel that we've been negotiating with is slow like molasses. And God, his eyes are watering.
I see a tear.
I didn't look at that.
And then,
How is this possible?
Steve, I just want to blow in your eyeballs.
You can blow on my balls anytime.
That's amazeballs. Oh my god.
No, they're eyeballs.
So what up, Wes? But then remember, 18th of July, we're going to be discussing, Biddy and I are going to be discussing the Satanic Panic with none other than Seth Andrews. So make sure you put that in the goddamn calendar. But other than that, we're finally going to save Steve's life and his eyeballs.
And his bladder.
It is that's what I meant by life. We're going to save his life. His bladder doesn't explode, and we're going to save his eyeballs because he's literally had his eyes open for like 2 minutes and not blinked. So love y'all. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. We're going to be in the Discord if you want to join us. Peace out.
Turn it up. What up? Yeah. Grab your chair, put up a seat, yeah. Welcome to the Atheist Round Table. We just the dudes that you knew for poking holes in all these fables. Yeah. See, we're just some atheists that got questions like, why does God kill babies with cancer? Hopefully, you can bring some answers. We'll sit back and take notes. Go ahead. Welcome to the Atheist Round Table. Welcome to the Atheist Round Table.